So we want to look at how to create JFrame. Create new projects. JFrame. Just create a new project named JFrame demo. Create new class. JFrame demo. Alright, so what we plan to do, we said we're going to extend JFrame. Like when you extend means you inherit from your parent, right? Like if I say JFrame demo extends JFrame. JFrame is another class, correct? So what we do here, JFrame demo becomes a JFrame. It is a JFrame. Then I need to import. Right. Now sometimes you may see you don't really need to do exact import like this. You may see code just do the whole package like that. It's the same thing. But when you refer to JFrame all over again, you have to keep to do the package. Make sense? Okay. I just try to show you that's another way you might see sometime that you're not getting confusing. How's the volume? Is it too low? Oh, it's good.
It's good. I mean, you have a second control for those.
Hello? Yes. We have JFrame up. Now, we try to, this is a JFrame. So, I'm going to create a constructor named JFrame. This is a constructor, which is the class name, the method name, which has the same name as your class name. Now, there's a method name set visible to true. Like you want to make sure that your frame is going to show up. That's what it is. Now I'm going to instantiate this inside my main. Alright, so now we just do shorter version. Normally you do like scanner keyboard equals to new scanner instantiation, correct? You can do the same, but since I'm not using instances at this point, I can just say new JFrame demo. I'm going to run the application. And it should show JFrame. There you go. I just create JFrame. Very simple and easy user interface. Because I make a JFrame demo as JFrame. The hierarchy again. Okay, let me just search. Let's look at this one. We talk about JComponent. So this is extends from container, and JComponent has JPanels, JLabels, JFileChooser, J3, JTable, JList. This is all about the list, and this is all about the label, combo box, menu bar, like when you create file menu, like this, menu bar, right? You can use this. We have JText component deal with JTextField, which has JPasswordField. If you want to do like Notepad, the white area, JText area, you can type in. We have JButtons to create the buttons. The picture that we were looking at before, we have containers, also have windows, right? But now we only, if you look back here, right, I show you this picture before. We're dealing with JFrame, we create the windows. We can also create panel, and applet is part of panel. Applet is an embedded Java program that you can integrate on the website. Now, I didn't dealing with applet, I just do a small client application running on your local machine. We use JFrame or Windows. And you need to have components like labels, text fields, right? I just want to look at this picture, talk about just components, right? Now, how we gonna add those? Of course, we want to deal with text. We're gonna use JTextField. Then I'm gonna say JTextField. Now, when you do this, you need to import because it's a class, right? Let's name like username. Like we said, if we just import once, then you don't need to deal with this every time. And you can do JPasswordField. This is, we're going to create a GUI for authentication. We don't need to keep popping up several windows, right?
Difference between JTextField and JPasswordField is JPasswordField put everything behind like asterisks or bullets so that way you can't see the text.
JTextField, you see what you type. JPassword is going to put in as bullets, then you don't see the text.
Yes, the text field is just basically clear text and then the password one is not, right?
And we like to abbreviate this like JTX. Some people just JTXT is JTextField, JPA like or PW, password field. Like when you start to create GUI, you're gonna have so many components. So sometimes we like to abbreviate it. Then you know you refer to what type of field, right? Now we have all the fields. This is just like we declaring as an attributes of this class, right? When you're dealing with a class, you always have to instantiate it. So we're going to instantiate it inside JFrame demo constructor. So we're going to say JTX username equals to new JTextField. Now you're dealing with a constructor of JTextField. If you set up the length, it can be like how many characters. The size of JTextField could be 20. JPassword. So you have to call JPasswordField. And the same thing, right? Set the size here. JBT button equals to new J button. And the size is gonna be, it's not the size now, this is about the button. When you set the text, this is going to show up the text on the button. Now we just create all the instances we need to add them onto the windows. So I'm going to add the text username private text field into the frame by using the method add from JFrame. By default, JFrame use border layout. That's why it's go to the center. Now you can type the whole thing go into the center. Okay. Now let me show you what happens if I keep adding. Like now, if I put PW password, can you guys guess where would it go?
It's going to go center and it's just going to keep overwriting and overwriting.
Right, it's going to go into the center. That means it's going to go on the top, right? Now, when I do this password, right? This is just maximize. Now, it would be better that I can set the dimensions to, right? So we can do set dimension, new dimension, and dimension X and Y. Import the dimension. Set size. Okay. And let's do pack. I'm going to add, if I add, like I said, this is going to be on the center. Now we can border layout dot. We can make it go to the north, right? Instead of center. I'm going to make this go to the center. By default center, I'm not going to worry. And this is going to go to the south. And of course, I need to import border layout. Border layout is just part of Java AWT. Okay, when you're dealing with UI, sometimes we use them both, the swing, Java X, and AWT. Active Windows toolkits. Okay. Now let's see what we get. There you go. That's text, that's password. Oh, I happen to add the same thing. So I'm supposed to add a button, right? And let's see what we get first. By default, it's going to be center. Let's not doing anything. There you go. So I type username, type password, login. So the question is, what's the pack does? So let's remove it and run it. And let's put it in. That you set the dimension 50, 100, right? And this one with the pack. Let me run with the pack. Pack mean this is 20, the size. But like if I don't use set size,